come in, sir?
Yeah, please come, Aditya.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Aditya. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Aditya, let us begin with your brief introduction to the panel.
Good morning, sir. I am Aditya Acharya. I belong to Jaipur. I have done my bachelor's in economics from University of Rajasthan, and then I went on to pursue my master's in MA International Relations from Jawaharlal Nehru University. I have also briefly interned with a think tank named St. Joe's, which is under Ministry of Defense, and this is my first attempt at interview.
Good. Aditya, you come from a very unique tourism destination.
Yes, sir.
Why people like Jaipur so much, the outsiders?
Sir, one reason definitely is the historical reason, the food, the markets that attract people to Jaipur, as it is also known as Paris of the East. But at the same time, I think the royal nature of Rajasthan, as well as the hospitality they receive from Jaipur and the people and all of the stakeholders involved in the tourism sector, I think that also gives a overall very good experience that attracts people to Jaipur.
Why Rajasthan calls itself Ranga Rangilo?
Sir, though the Rajasthan, given it is largely a desert region, so the colors are very less in life. But we can see colors a lot of colors in the food, the structures, the cities, as well as the attire that people wear. So that's why it is, I believe, it is called as Rang Rangilu Rajasthan.
Aditya, tell me your impression and your concept of Viksit Rajasthan in 2047. Looking at the shortcomings today in all spheres, economic, social, uh, what 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 scenario you see in 2047 of Rajasthan?
So can I take a moment?
Yes.
So to me, Viksit Rajasthan would be one where all of the sectors of economy flourish, industries, services, as well as the primary sector. Starting with primary sector, Rajasthan is Rajasthan is a state where there are a great number of people who rear animals. So one that we need to focus on. Apart from it, overall agriculture sector, we can focus on millets. Some of the millets are prominently in pulses are prominently grown in Rajasthan.
I'm not asking you to mention what all should be done. I'm asking you what are the achievements. Rajasthan, describe Rajasthan today as a 2047.
Sir, it would be a Rajasthan where industries growth is very good. People will not need to migrate to other states like Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Bangalore or Delhi to in search of jobs, as well as the hospitality sector would move in leaps and bounds.
All right. So, political science has been your subject both in your graduation as well as your optional.
Yes.
Now, tell me, India's response has been very slow so far, both in many areas. The spat between Ukraine and President of USA, you know, statement about Gaza becoming Rivera and taking it over, and likewise uh, Iran and US, again having a tug of war. Now, why is India quiet? And also the tariffs imposed on India itself. We quietly reduce the tariff of few items, and we are quietly working on the tariffs on reciprocal basis, which US has dictated to India. Is it our lack of strength? Are we suppressed with this new administration and what is happening globally?
Sir, very respectfully, I would have a different opinion here. I think India is having a very calibrated approach. Given the transactional nature of politics that President Trump has brought, I think we are weighing all of our strengths and weaknesses, and we are in constant touch with all of the administration stakeholders, as well as all of the people who are involved in different wars. You very respectfully mentioned, and this gives us a rather, I think, a approach where we can think and calibrate all of our resources very well and come out with better results in our own national interest.
Are we actually doing something quietly? Suppose for tariff area, what options are we looking at?
Sir, recently our Commerce Minister visited US, and there were large discussions on how we should go about signing the FTA. So definitely the back channel talks are on.
FTA with whom?
USA.
Mhm. Okay.
The trade deal with USA.
Trade deal, not FTA.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. And FTA with whom?
Sir, we are in talks with regarding signing of FTA with one European Union as well as United Kingdom.
Now tell me, you have done something on Taiwan.
Yes.
Taiwan obviously is very important for China. But why are we bothered so much about Taiwan? And we are even bothering about their securities and taking a confrontation with China also on Taiwan issue. Why?
Sir, one thing is that given Taiwan is also a strategic enemy with China, and China poses a grave threat to security of Taiwan. So that one thing is common between India and Taiwan. That brings us together. Apart from it, we are having deep collaborations with Taiwan regarding the semiconductor industry. The TSMC Corporation of Taiwan, which is a very big company in terms of semiconductors, it is investing heavily in the Indian semiconductor market. So that also brings India and Taiwan closer.
Thank you, Aditya. I pass on to our member.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Aditya, tell me some good points about Rajasthan culture, which you would like the entire country to follow.
Entire country to follow.
Yeah. I mean, which should be popularized, which should be emulated by all.
Sir, one definitely would be hospitality and reception. Although all of India has a culture of hospitality and reception, but I think Rajasthan stands out in terms of this feeling that anyone who comes to Rajasthan, we try to make them feel at home. This I think should be replicated at a large level. Also, Rajasthan is a place where we have both restored the culture and royalty of the past times, as well as we have moved towards the modern era. So there is a very good mix of royalty, past history, and as well as contemporary times, the values that must be emulated. So I think these two are things on which whole of India can work on.
Okay. Aditya, nowadays we are witnessing very hot summers.
Yes.
Last year, 2024 was, it is said that was the hottest summer in the recorded history. And same has been predicted for 2025. So I think this is one of the impacts of climate change. And you are district collector of one of the desert districts of Rajasthan, western part of Rajasthan. How would you make sure that people of your district are least affected by your some actions, by your some initiatives, by these adverse impacts?
So can I take
Yeah.
a couple of seconds?
And it should be very short term. I mean, because your tenure would be 3 years,
Yes, sir.
so it should be visible to you also when you leave that district that yes, I have done something good.
Sir, one would be I would take steps so that the vulnerable populations like the elderly and the children do not come out in the hot summers. That is I would declare a holiday in the peak summer season for all of the children so that they do not come in contact with so much of heat. Apart from it, I would also try to develop early warning mechanisms and disseminating the information through SMS, WhatsApp, and any such social media tools so that people are much more aware about what steps they can take. Then through these messages only, I would also communicate with them that they should one eat watery fruits like watermelon and other such stuff, and they should always take water. The water intake should be high in such season. On the health front, I would keep the hospitals, district hospitals, and primary clinics on alert that they should have things like ORS, which are very
Aditya, in your opinion, who would be in your district, as I mentioned, in any part of Western Rajasthan, who you think as a group would be the most the worst affected by this climate change impact as a group, as a sector?
Sir, I think people who work out in open, the street vendors, the construction laborers, they would be the most
What about farmers?
Yes, sir. Farmers would also be.
So what would you do about for farmers? Because agriculture would be the worst affected by any climate change episode. How would you make sure that that impact is minimized?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not able to.
No problem. It's so
Yeah,
fine. Now coming to your hobbies, I'm quite impressed by your spending time with dogs.
Yes.
Street dogs or pets?
Sir, I also have a pet which happens to be a street dog. I have adopted it from the street, and otherwise also I take care of dogs which are in my neighborhood.
Aditya, dogs are called the best friends of human beings.
Yes.
But at the same time, they are also considered as a big menace.
Yes.
So how do you, because I'm also a dog lover, but at the same time, when I see a stray dog, biting around people, running after people, scaring them, so how to address this problem? I would very much like that dogs should, they should abandon this title of being, there are so many RWAs now, they
Yes.
don't allow,
Yes,
Noida,
yes.
etc.
Yes.
So how to address this issue?
Sir, the problem starts with large population of dogs,
Yeah.
stray animals. As per current estimates, there are around 6.2 crore stray dogs all over India. So one, we need to stabilize and control the population in long run. This can be done through mechanisms like neutering the dogs
Neutering, yeah.
and spaying the female dogs so that they cannot breed in the future. This will, and also spaying and neutering reduces the tendency of them being much more aggressive.
That I know.
And apart from it, I think one factor that is most of the time ignored is that maintaining cleanliness is also very important, because whenever there are open dumps,
Yeah.
these become the litter grounds for dogs as they tend to find the food there. So having cleanliness will also reduce the aggression of dogs as well as reduce the population of dogs. So these are some
Good.
of the factors.
Very good. Aditya, now coming to international relations,
Yes.
USA withdrew from that nuclear deal with Iran
Yes.
way back during the Trump 1 regime.
Yes.
Now during Trump 2, he has shown interest in going again for that nuclear deal with Iran. So what has changed, which has prompted Trump administration to go for nuclear deal with Iran? Just if you can, looking at the near geopolitical developments in the recent past.
Sir, one, I think this is a larger part of the project which President Trump has shown that he wants peace all around the world. So that may be his part and parcel of this approach to initiate the talks with Iran. Apart from it, I also think that the walkout of USA from the deal has not led to any material benefits when it comes to enriching uranium at the end of Iran. They have already enriched uranium up to 67%, and at any point of time they can enrich it to weapons grade uranium. And recently they have also stopped cooperating with the IAEA, that is the watchdog on nuclear weapons and nuclear trade and energy. So that must have prompted USA that it would be better that they come to the negotiating table and
Good. Very
from
Thank you. Thank you, Aditya. I pass on.
So Aditya, this Center for Joint Warfare Studies,
Yes, sir.
you did some
internship.
work.
Yes, sir.
So can you list out 3 or 4 strategies that you worked out for Taiwanese forces?
Sir, from the Chinese side, the strategies primarily boil down to majorly 2 events. One, the encircling of Taiwan through naval blockade, the Chinese PLA Navy. And the other is the rocket force. Chinese are developing long-range ballistic missiles so that they can suppress the enemy air defense. This strategy is known as SEAD, seed event. So these two are like the primary strategies of Chinese. And apart from it, they are also working on building their capabilities to land on the Taiwanese coast. This is known as amphibious landing.
No, so what strategies were suggested for Taiwanese?
On the Taiwanese end?
Yeah.
Sir, on the
Not,
Taiwanese...
not Chinese side,
Okay,
on Taiwanese side.
On the Taiwanese end, sir, the primary strategies are, one, their overall defense concept, where they are trying to develop a porcupine strategy.
Number two?
Number two, they are also working on a long-range ballistic missile as well as developing their air defense system. They are in talks with USA, where they are trying to import air defense systems like Patriot air missiles and
Okay.
HIMARS and ATACMS rocket launchers. So these two are like the primary thing.
So do you think, looking at the history of America, the way they have dumped Afghanistan, the
Yes.
way they have dumped Iraq, the way they came out of Vietnam,
Yes.
what is happening to Ukraine, do you think Taiwan stands a chance of getting any support from US in the long run? Or will it also back out? And what lessons for India in all this historical background?
Sir, although USA has a Taiwan Relations Act through which it is bound to help Taiwan in case of attack by Chinese and supply them defensive weapons so that they can defend their bastion very well. But given after the Trump presidency has arrived, definitely there are chances, the chances are very less that US will help Taiwanese in way of boots on ground strategy. They may help them militarily and financially by supplying them weapons and giving them soft loans and military aid. But this also is very susceptible now, given President Trump has arrived. So definitely there are very less chances, and there have been recent comments by some of the undersecretaries and secretaries of US administration that Taiwan should ramp up its own defenses and invest more portion of their GDP in the defense sector. So definitely the chances are very less. On part of what India can learn, sir, the very first thing is we should diversify our defense imports so that we do not rely only on one power. Rather, we have multiple vendors from whom we can source the weapons. This is like one very important lesson. And at the same time, we should engage with all of the neighbors and all of our strategic allies.
Aditya, you are economic student.
Yes.
So, are there signs of recession in US economy? And what happens if recession sets in? Because their growth rate is coming down. Inflation has gone up
Yes.
continuously for a long period of time. How do you think this weakening of economy of America will impact globally?
Sir, definitely. Yesterday only, President Trump has also admitted that there are chances of recession in America, and experts are also pointing out to the fact that in coming quarters, USA may go into technical recession of their economy. But at the same time, we must understand that the fundamentals of US economy stands strong today also. So even in case a recession arrives,
No,
they may...
just 1 second. Tell me, this reciprocal tariff war,
Yes.
is it not going to add to the recession woes?
So definitely it will add to the recession woes of America, because it will it will reduce the markets for American goods, because the tariff, if Americans increase the tariff, there will also be reciprocal tariffs on American goods. So one, it will reduce the chances of American exports. Also, it will increase the prices of goods which are imported to America. So it will only increase the recession woes of America. On the part of how it will impact the world, sir, the supply chains of world may disrupt if America goes into recession, given it is the world biggest economy. Also, sir, apart from it,
All
I
right,
cannot
no
recollect.
problem. One last question I want to ask you is on China plus one. What do you think is there for India in China plus one strategy?
Sir, sorry, I am not aware of this China plus one strategy.
You are aware of one China?
Yes, sir.
What is one China?
Sir, one China is a theory propounded by the Chinese that all of Taiwan, all of Tibet is part of China.
Okay.
And
So
there is only one China in the world.
Read more on China +1.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
What do you understand by aspirational district program? And also talk about the aspirational districts in Rajasthan.
Sir, aspirational districts program refers to the scheme of government where the most backward districts on terms of various indicators provided, if my memory serves me well, by Niti Aayog, those districts are termed as aspirational districts, and they are motivated to perform well on those indicators like education, health, and other such metrics. Coming to aspirational districts of Rajasthan, sir, sorry, I am not aware on this. I will have to read more on that.
Now talk about vibrant village program.
Sir, sorry, I'm not.
Not aware. Okay. So, Aditya, let's say you are head of the investors summit to be held in Rajasthan. How would you convince investors to invest in Rajasthan?
Sir, as a head of investor summit, I would make presentations to them. Outreach. I will do major outreach programs to them, showing to the fact that Rajasthan is a very investment-friendly state, where they will have single window clearances uh, on all governmental things that they require, and I will point to the ease of doing business that is increasing in Rajasthan. Also, I would point to the fact that the land acquisition will be made easier for them, and they will be given various SOPs like, say, cheap electricity and other such requirements that they need. And there will be a all 24/7 point of contact will be established between those who wish to invest in Rajasthan and my department, so that on a real-time basis we can solve their problems.
Now, Aditya, I would like you to highlight the impact of e-commerce on India, society, and economy.
So the positive impacts pertain to the fact that e-commerce has been in sync with digital India, where the commerce has become much more easier. On the tap of your mobile phone, you get varied services, and it has also given jobs to people from marginalized section, and they have this e-commerce business has given them flexible working environment where they can switch between a couple of jobs, and that eventually gets to pay them well. But at the same time, there have been concerns regarding their social security. Social security problems which they face, given they are contract workers. So these companies do not provide them any kind of social security. And at the same time, these events like 10-minute delivery app, they bring these e-commerce people who deliver the products into a pressure situation where there may be increase in accidents of these people who are the delivery persons. So that may also is a negative side of this e-commerce.
Anything related to gig workers in the budget? If you can recall.
So can I take an informed guess? Sir, I think gig workers have been included in the Ayushman Bharat scheme, where they will be given 5 lakh rupees of medical insurance.
Now, I think my last question will be on India's AI mission. So, tell me the status of India as far as artificial intelligence is concerned, and if you can compare it with USA and China.
Sir, in comparison with USA and China, India has not picked up pace on the AI front. We don't have a large language model, indigenous large language model, or any indigenous AI tool, but government has given a concerted push to AI. Given we have a large digital public infrastructure and a large data set, which is very diversified. So India will do good if we invest heavily in AI. And for that, I think a 10,000 crore mission of AI has been set up by the government.
Thank you, Aditya. I pass on to Chair.
Thank you, sir.
Aditya, anything in your DAF which the panel may not have covered? If you think that something has been missed out, I can ask one more last question, provided you tell the topic.
Sir, my second hobby that relates to listening to devotional songs or bhajans that has not been dwelled upon by the
All right.
honorable panel.
So you are fond of uh, devotional songs basically related to the Indian deities and gods.
Yes, sir.
So you would do it in public also, or you would do it at home?
Sir, I wish to.
You
I
sing
like
also?
To
You
listen.
sing?
No, sir, I
Okay,
don't
you
sing.
listen.
I listen.
All right. So why do you prefer listening to devotional songs and not to the Bollywood songs?
Sir, it is not as if I do not listen to Bollywood songs.
Okay,
I
you
do
do
listen
that
to them.
also.
But given a choice between Bollywood songs or bhajans, I would prefer bhajans.
Why?
Because one, it breaks when as a student I have a very monotonous routine. So listening to bhajans breaks that monotonous routine and gives me peace of mind. And since I have been listening to bhajans for a long time, it has made me a much more calmer person on an internal level. So that's why I listen to bhajan, and at times.
So you were an agitated personality initially?
No, sir, not as if I was an agitated personality, but as compared to the earlier version of myself, where I would much more a reactive person. Now I am a much more calmer person, where I contemplate on things before reacting to them.
So thank you, Aditya. We are now done with the interview.
Thank you, sir.
You will be moving to the next room for a while. We'll call you again in 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So Aditya, how did you do today?
Sir, as compared to the previous mocks I have given, I am doing better.
Better.
I am improving. But I think on one part where my preparation has stagnated is the economics part. I think on the questions on schemes and the economy part of even Rajasthan or India, I think I'm not doing well. I need to study.
So
more.
Aditya, are you working somewhere?
No, sir. As of now, I'm not.
So you have all the time now to study and read?
Yes, sir.
So you have time also, Aditya. Your assessment is pretty on the dot, and but by and large you are a very pleasing and very good personality, and little bit you could be more uh, relaxed and less serious.
Okay.
You were not serious because you didn't know things, or maybe you were a little bit jittery or in panic. You were just engrossed in bringing out the answers.
Yes.
All right. So feel a little more comfortable in
Okay.
the ease with which you handle the questions
Okay, sir.
and the ease with which you answer them and the comfort level that may be seen a little more, which will also kind of give the idea that you are confident about what you are speaking. Right. That is one. Knowledge gaps is number two. There were some areas where you were totally blank, and those areas were not such, Aditya, which were very strange. Generally after this happens in UPSC also. Like suppose if some member asks some question which is far away from his background and all, so they review. Even if suppose if he is not answered by, how can he answer that question?
Okay, sir.
So उसको डिस्काउंट मिल जाता है. बट आज जो हमने क्वेश्चंस आप नहीं बता पाए वो डिस्काउंटेड वाले नहीं थे.
Okay, sir.
वाइब्रेंट विलेज प्रोग्राम, आपने चाइना पे इतना अध्ययन किया है ना, चाइना +1 का आपको.
Yes, sir.
तो ये 2-3 चीज़ें हैं. दीज आर ऑल सैम्पल्स. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट सेम थिंग विल बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम यू,
Yes.
बट it gives a probability ki if with this set of 25 questions you were not able to answer some of the very well known things, 4 or 5 of them, same thing may happen there also,
Yes.
unless something has been done. So this is what we are desiring from you,
Okay, sir.
that something should be done. Your thoughts are balanced, and your information wherever you knew things, but you need to imagine and structure your answers in many things.
Okay, sir.
I asked you to imagine a situation of 2047.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, another similar question could be what? What is your dream about Rajasthan? So you can't say, sir, we should do this, we should do that. You are on a wrong track. And even when I corrected you, you were still not able to imagine.
Yes.
Now do something like this.
Okay, sir.
All right. So I want Rajasthan where everyone, every citizen has an access to water.
Okay.
Is it not?
Okay, sir.
The unemployment rate is 0. अब वो इधर वो कर्नाटक जा रहे हैं, महाराष्ट्र जा रहे हैं, उसकी क्या जरूरत है? The women literacy is more than 90%.
Yes.
Right? In Rajasthan is adjudged as a developed state within India with the top GDP among the 5 best states. You just see the parameters and make it superlative, बना दीजिए उसको.
Yes, sir.
All right? So,
I need to present myself as a thinking mind.
social parameters, economic parameters.
Okay, sir.
यही have you read the 6 guiding principles for 2047 विकसित इंडिया?
No, sir.
इसलिए नहीं कर पाए आप. बजट पढ़िए.
Okay, sir.
बजट में FM साहिबा ने ये बकायदा पहली बार गवर्नमेंट ने डिस्क्लोज किया है कि भाई हमारा 2047 का मतलब क्या है. हम चाहते हैं ये हो, ये हो, ये हो, ये हो. 6 चीजें दी हुई हैं. इनको अप्लाई कर दो राजस्थान पे.
Okay, sir.
है ना? So at times lack of knowledge and depth of knowledge affects your views also.
Yes.
So do that.
Okay, sir.
Rest, the other members will also guide you.
I think, Aditya, your personality is very good, but one thing I found missing was the cheerfulness on your face.
Okay, sir.
Keep smiling disposition.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, you are looking confident, you are balanced, relaxed, but the cheerfulness was missing. So just add that to your overall this thing. And of course, knowledge gaps I notice. So please, still you have got almost 25 more than 25 days. Read and read and read.
Okay, sir.
I think that would solve your problem, and you will do very well. I am sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, because the basic your personality traits are very impressive.
Okay.
Just knowledge gaps करेंगे और थोड़ा smiling disposition रखेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
So Aditya, good personality, very good communication. इतना serious नहीं होना है. Better smile when we are asking question. Then I should look at your face and make out that you are feeling happy. And same here. You know, if you are happy, then I am happy in asking question. So that is number one. Knowledge gap. Read more. China related तो इतने issues हैं, right? India-China relations, China +1. How will India gain from it? Which is a bigger threat, terrorism or China? So questions like this you should be ready to tackle. Okay. Then recession, reciprocal tariff. Go back in history. See World War I, what happened during great recession. All right. See how tariff destroyed American economy, reciprocal tariffs.
Okay, sir.
So learn from that and then reply to this.
Okay, sir.
Yes, tariff is a double-edged sword.
Yes, yes.
So it can badly impact American economy also.
Okay, sir.
All right. So that is expected of a economic student.
Yes.
From a normal student, he can miss out, but not you. तो वो आप देख लेना. Rest all you are doing very well.
Thank you, sir.
आदित्य, वैसे आपकी भी पर्सनालिटी बहुत अच्छी है. अभी आप रिलैक्स लग रहे हो,
हाँ.
है ना? मोर लाइक अ सिविल सर्वेंट. इंटरव्यू में आप एकदम यू सीम टू बी इन हरी टू आंसर.
Okay.
थोड़ा सा. एंड इट हैज मोर टू डू विद सीरियसनेस ऑल्सो. अभी जैसे आप प्लीजिंगली स्माइल करके सुन रहे हो बेसिकली, तो वैसे ही क्वेश्चन सुनते हुए आप रिलैक्स रखे सुन लो. अब मुश्किल है क्योंकि आपका ध्यान है, पता नहीं मैं आंसर कैसे दूंगा, माइंड वहां जा रहा है. पर अभी आप इतने ज्यादा अच्छे लग रहे हो एंड विद नॉलेज गैप्स आपके बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स आ सकते हैं
Okay, sir.
और टाइम भी है आपके पास अच्छा खासा मोर देन 25 days
Yes.
आई एम श्योर यू विल डू वेल
Okay,
ऑल
sir.
द बेस्ट
Aditya, any questions?
Sir, one thing that given my interview is in April, and again at that point of time the temperatures will rise. So should I go in this attire only, or suit? Only a shirt or a tie will do? This one. Okay.
Continue with this. UPSC will go in a air-conditioned car and sit in the AC room, waiting room, and then maybe for some time you will be made to sit outside the room where it's an open space in that round building.
Yes. Yes.
So maybe you will have to bear for some time. What time is it? Morning, evening?
Morning. 4 noon session.
आधे घंटे के लिए इतना सह लो 35 साल से उधर
In
जाएंगे.
some of the transcript, I saw that some of the apprehensions were made by some of the board members that why are you wearing a suit when it's too hot outside? So I thought that if
वो कब पूछा था? पिछले साल?
yes, in the last year transcript around the same time.
अच्छा, क्या उस दिन की गर्मी थी कितनी पता नहीं?
That I don't know, but that was specifically mentioned by the candidate in his transcript.
अच्छा,
That this was
तो
the
क्या
like the
जवाब
first
दिया
comment.
उसने? क्या जवाब दिया?
That was like not mentioned.
माइट बी एन एबेरेशन
Okay.
एक दो में ऐसा हुआ होगा पर जनरली ऐसा नहीं होता है
Okay. Because like if this is the first thing that such a comment is passed, that may reduce the confidence of a candidate. So that's why.
Yeah. And suppose you go in a tie and a shirt and then somebody asks you, Aditya, you walked in very informally. Sir, it was very hot. So, okay, you're feeling the heat. You're the only person who's feeling the heat. Now, that will be more embarrassing.
Okay, sir.
And you don't have to mention why you're wearing a suit, sir. But in case you say, oh, you are wearing despite heat. Sir, I managed to come in a cool car which was air conditioned and it was just a while. So I wanted to, you know, I wanted to have a formal attire because this is a very formal occasion.
Okay,
ये
sir.
ज़्यादा अच्छा जवाब है.
Okay, sir. And regarding the knowledge gaps, especially in economics, so should I stick to the documents like budget or what you have mentioned, or there are any other sources also which
See,
any of
इकोनॉमिक्स में कोई तुमसे कोई माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स का कुछ पूछेगा नहीं. मैक्रो जो इकोनॉमिक्स है, इंटरनेशनल सिनेरियो, हाउ इंडियाज इकोनॉमी इज शेपिंग, हाउ geopolitical disorder, I would say, will impact India's economy. You know, how will budget take care of growth? What is inflation at the moment? How things have been? What has RBI done to check inflation? You know, what is the GDP expected? So, इंडियन इकोनॉमी के पैरामीटर्स और अभी लेटली जो इंटरनेशनल सिनेरियो है उसमें अब इकोनॉमिक्स में सभी चीज़ें आ जाती है. ट्रेड भी उसमें आ जाएगा कि भाई हाउ विल ट्रेड अफेक्ट आवर इकोनॉमी, एक्सपोर्ट्स विल गो डाउन बिकॉज ऑफ टैरिफ. सो देयर आर ऑल interrelated with each other. You know, oil imports, defense imports, how should India change? ये सब अच्छे से आइडेंटिफाई कर लो. तुम एक एब्स्ट्रैक्ट में क्यों सोचते हो? ये भी पूछे, अरे लिख लो ना. जहाँ जहाँ दिमाग जाए कि यार ये भी पूछ सकते हैं, ये भी पूछ सकते हैं, ये भी पूछ सकते हैं. यू हैव टाइम, ऑल द टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड. और सबकी तैयारी कर लो बजाय इसकी केवल इमेजिन करने के, सोच के और फिर अच्छा चलो राइट देम डाउन. कि अभी जैसे लिख रहे हो अपने आप से लिखो. आज अखबार में कुछ आया, अरे ये भी मैं लिख लेता हूँ, इसको भी मैं गहराई में जाऊंगा. सो इजी एंड इंटरेस्टिंग ऑल्सो आदित्य.
Yes.
Studying is so interesting, is it not?
Yes.
So we have given you 64%, Aditya.
Okay.
176 marks.
You're doing well. You're promising. All right. And you will do well. All the best.
Thank you, sir.